Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom with RealLifeTrade.com. Hope you're doing fantastic. It is Friday. I actually forgot that earlier. I was on a coaching call. I totally thought it was Thursday for a while, but yeah, it's Friday actually. The market's closed tomorrow and also the next day, which is Sunday, and then we'll be open again on Monday. I had a losing day today, so that's like 5 Fridays in a row. I lost 1.8 R, so I'm down a little bit over 2 R for the month on March. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, on a bit of a losing streak right now, but it happens. I'm going to update you guys more over the weekend. I'll send out an email. I'll pump you up. Mostly it's there to pump me up, but just letting you know, guys, I'm accountable. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I got to let you guys know both sides of the coin, right? I got to make sure that you understand real life trading is real and this is life. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. That's okay. As long as you grow, give, and be generous, it all works out. The SPY today. So here was the analysis this morning. So SPY either fades or takes off immediately, and that's kind of what it was. So it faded immediately. It opened and started selling off. How did I know that? White candle gapping up. Now, why did I think it could run? Well, the reason I thought it could run is because you had a resistance right here, and we were gapping, and we were definitely trapping some folks. So I figured maybe it could run and kind of create some higher moves. But it's either one of the two. I just didn't know which one, so it did do the fade. Here was the 15-minute chart, and later in the afternoon room, earlier in the morning room, we were actually looking at a bullish move here on the SPY, which some of my traders just absolutely mangled. Here's the double bottom right there. Nice close above the neckline right there. Here was the bullish candle, and I said, hey guys, get in on the pullback right there and set your stop at 236.86. And that was a nice little bullish move. If you did 237.50 call options, those worked out really well. If you did 237 calls, those worked out really well. So the SPY had a great afternoon move. Shout outs to my girl Angela who called out that one. So great job, Angela. Beautiful play. Well done. So that's the SPY. Anyway, what do I think is going to happen from here? Well, my good buddy Dave Zamora out there in Denver had a bull put spread expire worthless today, 235, 232. Great job. Dean, myself, a few others have a put sale on 234.50 expiring next week. And I did create a new wager with Dean and a few other my guy traders. I do think the SPY makes a new all-time high before the end of May, which I don't think that's going to be that difficult to say. We're really not that far away from an all-time high, and May is pretty far away. So this green box represents, again, I think that we'll probably pull back into here. Worst case scenario and best case scenario, trade up into this area. I still think that's mostly plausible. Here's your exponential moving averages on the SPY. And honestly, so far the bullish trend still intact. Hard to go short right now, which is the reason we got stopped out of Netflix. Well, at least some traders did. So I had a weekly options newsletter. And again, this is another one. I think I'm 0 for 4 right now in the weekly options newsletter. And it's just killing me. Not like my account, well it is also that, but it's just annoying. I don't like losing, so that we all know. I don't like it, but it happens. And it's been worse before, right? I've been 0 for 9. That's the worst losing streak I've ever been on. So I'm like halfway there, and I'm already kind of annoyed. But if I factor in those, plus my day trading, plus some of my credit spreads, I think I'm like 0 for 8. So I'm right on the mark. So this is usually where it starts turning around, right when people get the most frustrated, right? Right when you feel like giving up. Usually success or the breakthrough that you're looking for is about 2 weeks after you get the urge of quitting. Just keep that in mind. That's something you can take with you pretty much forever. So Netflix, some traders got stopped out at open, some traders still in. I am looking and considering a bull put spread on Netflix as long as I get below the 50. Dean's got a put sale on Netflix, and we'll continue to watch that one. Apple today made a little bit of a higher high. Nice little lower shadow yesterday. Apple looks more bullish to neutral still. Looks good. Probably going to rest up here, let the 20 come in and kind of hang out. Here's some stocks that I got a request on. Here's ticker symbol URA. And this is Global Uranium ETF. So URA, watching this one, keeping an eye out on this one. It did have a nice pullback. This is going to be your weekly chart right here. And pulling up your weekly chart, there's a lot of volume been coming in recently. And with this particular look, kind of zoom out here and get this pattern. So here's kind of what a lot of people are seeing right now. Big old resistance, new support, right? Support, that's obvious. Old resistance. So we broke out of old resistance and now we're retesting. So we're here, do or die. URA, bullish or bearish, we're going to find out soon. feel free to watch this one and keep this one on your watch list. MEET has been a very interesting stock recently. Meet me. Here's the daily chart. We had 3 or 4 really big moves recently, and today was one of them. So you might have noticed, last few stock reviews were talking about this one. White candle gapping up, it was a retest gap, right? What is this called? That's the retest. And we got a nice lower shadow 2 days ago. Beautiful bullish candle yesterday. So in the afternoon room, we set up this trade. Entry here, stop right here. Well, that's one of those situations where you're happy that you're not in when it gapped down. Definitely some people trapped, right? You can see that sentiment. You can see it forming because I was looking at getting in bullish just yesterday. If it had just moved a few pennies higher, I would have been in. So we know that someone got in bullish. And so then when it gapped down, gap action, it trapped some people. They were upset. They sold, causing MEET to go lower, and therefore a nice little move. Here's GRVY. I was just talking about this one the other day, and some traders said, hey, that's really cool, Jeremy. They were looking at it. Some good lower shadows came in yesterday. So Gravity Company Limited, again, is a South Korea video game company. I'm just keeping an eye on this one longer term, kind of more or less fundamentally, just seeing what it's going to be doing. But a lot of volume coming in, a lot of good pullbacks recently. Interesting to see what that happens. Here's another stock that's kind of obvious what this one is. Ticker symbol CATB, Catabasis Pharmaceuticals. Sure you are. It's an alternative, what's it called? They had it was funny, like an alternative medicine. Anyway, it's a pot stock. CATB, got this one requested. A lot of volume came in today on this one. Going to be interesting to watch. Since I did the marijuana stock review about 3 weeks ago, most of those stocks are and have been tanking, as I mentioned in the video that they probably would. Here is the nice, gorgeous gap with volume. I know it's very speculative. It's only $2 a share. That's the good news. I had a beautiful trading range right here, and earnings is right around the corner. So some of my aggressive speculative traders, obviously you're not going to want to risk the farm on this particular trade, but if you want to sit on the donkey and give it one turn around the Ferris wheel, you can always keep an eye on this particular stock to see if it can make a little bit of money. Andy requested ticker symbol HES. So a lot of energies today, and really the last month have just gotten absolutely slaughtered. So here's the interesting thing. Now that this pullback is here and it's upon us, we get to figure out where it's going to bounce. And there's a lot of energies pulling into some great supports. I mean, a lot of them. Pretty much the whole sector. So is energy going to bounce? I think so, yes. When? I'm not entirely sure. But we're coming up into some locations now. So you can type in just about any energy. British Petroleum, FCX, ExxonMobil, Royal Dutch Shell, Chesapeake Energy, Parsley Energy. I mean, there's so many out there. Bottom line is, yes, they're all nearing some solid supports right now. What do I personally think? Well, realistically, with this beautiful double bottom right here, close of the neckline, we came back to retest and we're going lower. I think we break this low and trade a little bit lower. And what that does is it shocks people. People start going, oh no, what's going on? And then we start bouncing. So I think energies actually go a little bit lower than most people anticipate them to go over the next month. So again, most of my energy positions or the stocks that we're looking at are all longer term energy plays. Here's the energy ETF, XLE. And this is a trade setup that we had on Wednesday when we had a huge, just giant bearish move in energy. We retested it today. This target, this purple line, is the 100 simple on a weekly. So yeah, I think energy pulls back a little bit farther than most people are comfortable with, and that's when everyone starts bailing, their stops start getting hit, they start freaking out, and the energy probably bounces. It's just a guess. Obviously, all energies for me are long-term positions. And when I say long-term positions, I'm thinking 3 to 4 years. I'm going to hold them more or less until they work. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on stocks like British Petroleum or ExxonMobil. Again, ExxonMobil, beautiful morning star type of pattern the last 3 days. So if it closes above 82.57, a little bit of a longer term. FCX also, I got the $13 put sale, probably looking at maybe getting some shares of that one next Friday. Bottom line is, any energy play right now, I don't think they're going to be sexy. It could be, of course, and I'll let you know if I actually think it's going to happen. But longer term, that's why I'm looking at getting into some of these energies on these pullbacks, because they are and they have been getting some great pullbacks. One other trade I want to talk about is Restoration Hardware, ticker symbol RH. And this was a trade that a few traders got triggered into. We had this trade officially set up. Give me 6 seconds. in the afternoon swing trading room, and that was the other thing that I was a little annoyed today about. It traded so beautifully, and there were some traders who got triggered in. I ended up canceling it because of a news story that came out about a class action lawsuit, and that came out right before the market opened. So I was like, you know what? We might as well just cancel it just in case. Here's literally what happened. This was the setup right here. The stock went like this, and then went boop. Like Harry Potter came in and wizarded that thing up 2 or 3 pennies from the stop. So the original stop was $29.69. So you'll notice the stop, the low of that candle was $29.86. So yeah, I got really, really close to that stop. And then that day I was like, hey guys, sorry if you got in, didn't get the class action lawsuit news. It's okay. I really hope it bounces for you. And it did in a big way. So congratulations, Bobby, Andy, Stan, a few other traders who traded Restoration Hardware. Fantastic stuff. We also got triggered into a bullish swing trade on Las Vegas Sands 2 or 3 days ago. So that one looks mediocrely okay. And then here's GILD, Gilead Sciences. We're looking for this one to potentially trigger bearish today. A little bit of a double top. I might leave that open for a few more days, but keeping a close eye on GILD bearish. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for hopping into this Friday Real Life Stock Review. I absolutely appreciate it. I want to make just another recommendation. Make sure to check your inbox. Yesterday, sent out an email about the beginner classes. I'll be reteaching those next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's entirely free. I'm going to rock down the house. I hope you're there. Thanks so much for watching. You're amazing. I will see you Monday in the next free Real Life Stock Review. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it.